Good afternoon. I am J.A.A. Purves, and I'm a family law and trust and estates lawyer in Santa Barbara, California. One of my jobs as a family lawyer is to help people who need to obtain a divorce. There are many reasons why someone may need a divorce. Many of those reasons are good reasons, having to deal with protection, prevention of abuse, financial security, taking care of your children, and the need to repair a life that has been seriously harmed or injured within a marital relationship. Please know that after seeing as many divorce cases as I have, I know how painful, embarrassing, and difficult having to go through a divorce can be. And I know that in many cases, obtaining that divorce judgment under the civil law is a life necessity. Divorce is an important and serious thing. It is a legal protection for people to have the right to divorce under the civil law. And anyone faced with a divorce needs sympathetic, competent, and effective legal counsel, seeking to minimize escalating attorney's fees, able to negotiate reasonable settlements of most disputed issues and cases, and willing to take the case all the way through trial, when doing so is the only means necessary of obtaining a fair outcome. That is the kind of representation we strive to provide to our clients, and we will explain how in future videos. But now, as a family law lawyer, I need to take a moment to speak to another aspect of divorce in our current culture. Sometimes, indeed far too often, marriage and divorce are not taken seriously. Perhaps even worse than that, the obligations and duties of being a parent are not taken seriously. For anyone who stops to think about it, marriage, by definition, has to be something more than an at-will contract between merely self-interested individuals that may be terminated at any time for any reason. That's why there are vows made at the wedding. That's why divorces arise from pain, hurt, and betrayal. Marriage is a lifelong commitment freely entered into. It is a binding of the parties to each other so that they become a unity in both the material and immaterial senses. Divorce is therefore the breaking of that commitment, of that binding together, of that unity. As a family law lawyer, I want to acknowledge that, and I also want to speak as to why I have a unique perspective on this. Again, two areas of law that I specialize in are family law and trust and estate planning. Now, the thing about creating your trust and estate plan is that you are required to plan for the future. This means that any married couple who create a trust together have to put down on paper what they plan to do with their finances and their property, how it is to be controlled and managed, and how it is to benefit them and their children or heirs during their lives and after. Doing this requires asking questions about what matters most to you while you consider your entire finite lifetime, however long or short that may be. And what I've seen is that the very act of doing that together as a married couple, of asking those questions, making decisions, and creating the legal documents that outline your family's plan for your money, your property, your family's future, and, most important of all, certain intangibles. Doing this creates structure and stability that you didn't have before. And on the family law side of things, it is often the lack of structure and stability that causes family breakdowns and divorce in the first place. Because at our law firm, we have become convinced that this is true. And because we consider it a privilege to help any family establish their legal planning in that same structure and stability for their family's future, we are making the following standing offer. If you are in the middle of a divorce in the state of California, and if you do the hard and difficult work of reconciling with your spouse, and if you thereby obtain a dismissal of your divorce court proceedings, we would like to offer you a free estate plan within the first year after the dismissal of your divorce. We are offering this to you because we believe that the act of creating an estate plan together is taking a step that always strengthens your marriage and your family. It focuses you on the care and welfare of others besides just yourself. And it asks you to plan for how to care and provide for those you most love. Now, our law firm is limited in size, so we can only do so many of these at a time. But we have discussed this and have decided we have the capacity to do one free estate plan per month. We would therefore be delighted to take one reconciled married couple through our normal estate planning consultation and trust creation process free of charge that we normally charge our clients for at the flat fee range of $2,500 to $8,500 per package. So, if you live in the state of California, if you were in the middle of the California divorce proceeding in court, and if one of you obtained a dismissal of the petition for that divorce less than a year ago because you are reconciling, please feel free to contact our law firm at 805-965-0085 to schedule an estate planning consultation for a free estate plan. All we would need from you, besides the booking, is a copy of the dismissal of your divorce dated within the last 12 months. And then, on the condition that you and one of our lawyers are a good fit and reach an understanding for creating your estate plan after the consultation, we will provide you with that estate plan for free. If you fit the conditions for this offer, please reach out to us. If you are one of the first 12 couples in a given year to request this of us, a free estate plan is yours. To the extent that we can be of any service in helping you to strengthen your marriage, it would be our honor to do so.